Good afternoon. I'd like to present an API concept I've been kicking around for a little while for building peer-to-peer applications on the web. The way I think about this API is that we want to allow a site to answer the question, are there any tabs like me nearby? If you and I are sitting next to each other at a conference like this and want to communicate, we shouldn't have to go through a service in a data center hundreds of miles away. The web is a community, so let's let our tabs be friends. The first part we need is a way for a tab to express that it is open to friendship. Imagine an API such as this MakeDiscoverable method. When a connection request arrives, the tab has the option of accepting it, and a two-way message channel is created. If a site makes itself discoverable, that means leaking information about your activity to folks nearby, so it should ask permission first and let you know when it is discoverable with a notification. Next, we need a way for sites to find friendly tabs nearby. Something like this find peers methods can return a new scanning session that will generate events when a local peer is discovered. The app can then connect to the peer and begin exchanging messages. Listening for nearby tabs provides information about the user's local environment, so as before, the site needs to ask permission first, and the browser will let you know when it is scanning with another notification. It may be useful for a site to scan and to be discoverable at the same time, so there may be a combined permission and notification. The advantages of this high-level API are twofold. First, developers can target multiple peer-to-peer technologies such as Bluetooth and Wi-Fi without having to build and test multiple implementations. Second, by defining the mapping onto the low-level transport, the browser can prevent this API from being abused to attack non-web services, as was a concern with the implementation of the Network Service Discovery API. Thanks to the hard work of a number of engineers, some of whom are hopefully in the room with us today, the web has been moving towards HTTPS. However, one of the major unsolved problems for local device communications is providing security in an environment where trusted certificates are not available. Without resorting to DRM techniques, there is no easy way to validate that a client has not modified the script they are running, and so message authentication for peer-to-peer is an unsolved problem. Pinning certificates after connection establishment may provide some mitigation, but apps must still sanitize their inputs. A positive consequence of this, however, is that discoverable devices need not be other browsers. A local IoT device can make itself discoverable by broadcasting the same advertisement that a browser visiting a URL does. I think this opens up a number of interesting additional use cases. That's all the time I have. Thank you for listening. If you're interested in contributing, I have created a mailing list for further discussion, local-p2p@chromium.org.